All right, thanks, guys. We once again went 3-1 yesterday in our premium picks on my Patreon website. It's going to put us at a perfect 5-0 in our last 5 daily best plays on that site. We're also 7-1 in our last 8 extra daily picks, and we are currently a perfect 5-0 in our last 5 college basketball package plays. And the good news is this: we have a college basketball play going off tonight. So if you want more information about all of that, link for that website is in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/Brock Page. All right, let's go ahead and get into our Wednesday slate of college basketball action. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. The weekend is almost here. We're halfway there. All right, let's begin with Villanova taking on Butler. 6:30 Eastern tip-off in that contest. Butler's minus 2.5, total at 131. We saw a half a point move toward Butler and movement upward on the total. The Bulldogs open as the 2-point favorite, up to 2.5. Total open 130, up to 131. 63% are leaning Villanova, 61% shaded toward the over. And right now, the Wildcats of Villanova, they are plus $1.25 to win this one outright on the road. And if you like Nova in this matchup here, really not a bad lean for you. Winners of 7 out of their last 8. They also went 3-1 against the spread in their last 4. This Villanova team is 7-3 straight up as the official road team. They're also averaging 74 points per contest. Connor Gillespie, 15 points a game, 5 assists. Sadiq Bey, 15 points a game. And Jeremiah Robinson Earl, 11 points a game, double-digit rebounds for him. This Nova team is giving up just 66 points per contest on average. Now, Butler on the other side, losers of 4 out of their last 6. They've also failed to cover the point spread in 5 out of those 6 games. They're averaging just 68 points per contest. Now, Butler is 2-0 to the under in their last 2. They're also 8-4 to the under at home. Villanova on the other side, a perfect 6-0 to the under as the official road team. I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me Nova. Give me Nova plus 2.5 and the under 131 in that game. All right, next matchup, Big Ten Showdown. Iowa versus Purdue, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Purdue's minus 5, total 137.5. We saw a 2-point move toward the Boilermakers and movement upward on the total. Purdue opened 3, up to minus 5. Total open 137, up to 137.5. 61% are leaning Iowa, 59% on the under. Right now, the Hawkeyes are plus $1.70 on the money line. Iowa ranks in the top 20 in road scoring, top 15 in road offensive free throw percentage. Don't put them on the stripe. They're also covering 60% of their games away from home. And they've won 6 out of their last 7 ball games. Couple more things that, add about this Iowa team. They're 70% against the spread in their last 10. Luka Garza, 23 points a game, double-digit rebounds, 2 blocks. Joe Wieskamp, 15 points a game, 6 rebounds for him. And C.J. Frederick, battling injury in and out of this year, but he's averaging 12 points a game, 3 assists for the Hawkeyes. Now, Purdue on the other side, losers of 5 out of their last 8. They've also failed to cover the point spread in 7 out of their last 9. They're averaging just 67 points per contest, and they're shooting just 41% from the field. Now, Purdue is 13-9 to the under overall for the year. Iowa 60% to the under in their last 10. I'm going to lean toward another road underdog. Give me Iowa plus 5 and the under 137.5 in that matchup. Next game, Gamecocks taking on the Rebels, 7 o'clock Ole Miss. The Rebels open 1.5 down to minus 1. Total open 143 down to 142.5. 68% are leaning South Carolina, 75% on the under. The Gamecocks are plus 102 on the money line. South Carolina, a little 3-game win streak for them. They also went 5-1 straight up in their last 6. The Gamecocks also pretty good against the number as of late, successfully covering the point spread in 6 out of their last 7. They rank in the top 20 in the nation in defensive field goal percentage, top 25 in defending the 3-ball. They have outright victories against the likes of Arkansas, Texas A&M, Kentucky, and Virginia within their last 10 games. Now, a couple more things to add about the Gamecocks. They rank in the top 15 in offensive field goal percentage on the road. They're also in the top 45 in defensive rebounding on the road. They are shooting 48% from the field when traveling. Now, Ole Miss on the other side, losers of 8 out of their last 9. They've also gone just 40% against the spread in their last 10. They're averaging just 68 points per contest. Now, Ole Miss is, ironically, 7-4 to the over at home. Meanwhile, South Carolina 5-1 to the over in their last 6. They're also 5-2 to the over as the official road team. I'm going to lean South Carolina +1 and the over 142.5 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and warmly welcome you to the show. Got some lines and purslines out for Wednesday's college basketball action. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. Hopefully you guys saw that nice hump day picture of Amber on the YouTube channel. Amber rocking the Brock Page t-shirt and no pants. She does not wear pants, guys. No pants Amber. But anyway, if you haven't seen that picture of Amber with no pants rocking my Brock Page t-shirt, it's in the community section on my YouTube channel. Very easy to access there. But anyway, guys, before we go ahead and move on, I just got to, quickly remind you to check me out once again on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where I do daily premium sports picks on that site, beginning at just $1.99 per month. I went 3-1 yesterday in my 4 premium picks on that site. It improves my record to 5-0 in my last 5 daily best plays. I'm also 7-1 in my last 8 extra daily picks. And I'm currently 5-0 in my last 5 college basketball package plays. And the good news is I got a college basketball package play that is live and out for tonight. It's a monster play. If you want more information about that, click the link in the description section below. That'll take you right to my website. Now, you might be wondering, why would you buy a pick from me when I give you all the picks for free here on YouTube, the entire slate, side and total? And that's exactly the problem. If you were to bet your hard-earned money on every single game, side and total, you are guaranteeing yourself net loss in the long run. And as a matter of fact, you're probably going to lose yourself all your money in the short run as well. It's just way too many games. The math becomes impossible against you the more games you bet like that, especially if you're betting the entire board. The books are way too smart. They're way too sharp. They have too much money to absorb that kind of action. So, what I do on Patreon, I make life a lot easier for you. I just break it down to 3 to 4 premium picks per day. They're games that I personally have action on. They're high percentage picks. And I'll tell you this much, my current record on Patreon is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube, throwing darts, handicapping every single game on the board, side and total. If you want to check out my current record, you can do that for free right now. Link for that site, once again, is in the description section below. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and get into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Georgia taking on Florida, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. The Gators open as the 10-point favorite, down to 9.5. Total open 142.5, down to 142 even. 59% are leaning Bulldogs, 52% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Bulldogs are plus 430 on the money line. Now, Georgia has lost 7 out of their last 9 games. They've also, come on, man. Are we for real with this phone? I always mute the phone, and the day I don't, we're getting a million text messages. Just relax over there. Anyway, UGA, 2-7 straight up in their last 9, 2-7 straight up away from home. They're giving up 81 points per contest on the road this year. Their opponents are also shooting 50% from the field when Georgia travels to them. Now, Florida on the other side, they're averaging 74 points per contest on their home court. They're also 7-3 straight up in the friendly confines. Florida 70% to the over in their last 10. Georgia 5-3 to the over in their last 8. I'm going to lean Florida minus 9.5 and the over 142 in that game. Next matchup, it is going to be Iowa State versus the Mountaineers of West Virginia. 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Morgantown. West Virginia opened 10.5 up to minus 11. Total open 145.5 down to 144 and a hook. 61% are leaning WVU, 60% shaded toward the under. are now Iowa State's plus 565 on the money line. Now the Cyclones have dropped 8 out of their last 10 games, and they've only, they went just 30% against the spread in those 10. Now the Cyclones are 0-6 straight up as the official road team, and just 3-6 against the spread away from home. They're giving up 78 points per contest. Meanwhile, West Virginia on the other side, 6-2 straight up in their last 8 themselves. They went 70% against the spread in those 10 games. They're a perfect, undefeated, unblemished 11-0 straight up on their home court. They also went 7-4 against the spread in those 11 home games. Now, a couple more things to add about the Mountaineers. They rank in the top 10 in the country in offensive rebounding. They're also in the top 3 in defensive field goal percentage. Their opponents are shooting just 36% from the field. They also rank in the top 3 in defensive three-point percentage and top 20 in home offensive rebounding. Now, 2 out of West Virginia's last 3 games, oddly enough, stayed under the total. They're also 60% to the under in their last 10, 7-4 to the under on their home court. Meanwhile, Iowa State 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean West Virginia, Country Roads, minus 11, and the under 144.5 in that game. Next matchup, Big East, Seton Hall taking on Georgetown, 8:30 Eastern tip.